broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the Foster's After Show on AfterBuzz TV. Tonight we're going to be breaking down the episode called Justify the Means, which with a title like that, you know it's going to be dramatic. And it was. Okay, we've got a very special guest. Please go for Cherinda Kincherlow. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Of course. Cherinda, of course, plays Cierra. She is on leave from Girls United. Rosie signed the permission slip. So thank you to everybody. If you have questions for Cherinda, you can tweet at us with the hashtag ABTVF. You can also subscribe to us on YouTube, iTunes, and leave us a comment there. Let's hook it up with some intros. I'm Jeffrey Masters. I tweet from Jeff Masters1.
I'm Hannah Prichard, and I tweet from @TheHotShotDude.
And I'm Stephanie Giorgi. I tweet from Stephanie Giorgi.
And I'm Jillian Leff. I tweet from @Jillian Leff.
Cool. All right, let's start with a very special segment that I like to call, Oh My God, Who Got Shot? What? Are you kidding me?
I was not prepared for that.
Yeah. I was so good.
We were joking before the show, and it was like, imagine being a fly on the wall in our screening room, because we were all like,
so good. I mean, a lot of you got the Snapchat. That's why we panicked, because we thought our recording stopped. So everyone was like, try to find out. How can we find out what happened? But apparently that's where it ended, so we were okay.
Yeah, so we don't actually know who, if anyone, was shot. We know someone was shot because of the preview.
Yes.
because the gun went off.
Because the gun went off,
Yes.
and when they were running out.
Yeah, I was expecting the bottle to drop and then get in trouble. I was not expecting someone to come after them with a gun.
No, I knew it was a gunshot. That sound from the preview last week, it sounded like a gunshot.
I'm sad my fire thing didn't.
But I didn't. Yeah, and I didn't think somebody would actually get shot, though. I was like, oh, this is just some sort of teaser because it's going to be a gunshot, but it's going to be some random thing or missed. I didn't actually expect.
Hayden tricked me. Okay? Off camera, he was like, yeah, I said, who got shot on my Twitter, because I wanted to start the conversation, but, nobody got shot. I'm like, yeah? Okay, Hayden.
Right.
Tell me about it this week.
I thought he was kidding, about who got shot.
I thought he was kidding, too.
Oh, you're starting more drama. That's what this show needs.
Well, I was getting hit up on Instagram by my followers asking me, did Connor get shot? I'm like, what are they talking about?
Yeah, because you waited until tonight to watch it with us.
Yeah.
See?
Love that.
Oh, man.
And her reaction was just as intense as ours.
All screamed like roller coaster.
So it's safe to say you're a fan of the show.
Yes.
Huge fan, just like us.
Yes.
Well, this was our same reaction when last week we find Cierra working the street, and we were like, no.
Actually, no. The spit reaction.
We're like, oh no!
The spit, that was the hardest thing for me to do. It was so hard, and Rosie was so cool about it, and she was telling me, go for it, just do it. And I was afraid, because even though I'm playing a character, that's still my spit.
True.
Oh, you actually did? Yeah.
And it was still Rosie O'Donnell.
I know. Oh, she's so sweet to tell you that.
And it was difficult because I couldn't get enough saliva to make it travel. Yeah, dropping on my boob, my chin. And so they gave me some water, and I turned around to spit, and it was just water. It looked like a fountain. So I was curious of how it was going to come out when they... Oh, my God.
That is such a violating thing, too. You get punched, you feel the effect, you get spit on, and you just feel that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't even imagine being there. I mean, did you play off of Rosie at all? Because we were all affected by her performance.
Yes.
Just being so upset.
Right.
Yes, I was. Because Cierra, she wants to be loved, she wants to be in a home, and she did not want to go back to that foster home. So she figured, hey, I'm going to go to the street. I have a family. James is going to take care of me. So she was shocked to see Rita. But at the same time, she was trying to protect her because James is
Exactly.
Yeah.
I knew that was going down. Because I was saying, I'm like, she was scared. She was scared, so she had to make it seem like she didn't know that person and that,
Yeah.
Oh man.
You know, from last season, from Girls United web series, we've like always loved Cierra. So yeah, of course. And then to see your character though, like be the one to end up like on the street, and then to have that line last week, like no one's bought me nice things.
I know, that broke
It
her
means
heart.
a lot to her.
Yeah.
Because she didn't have a stable family life, and she's moved around from home to home, and she wants to be in one home. And she said it a couple of episodes ago, I just want to be in one place for a while, even if it's not as nice as this place, meaning the Fosters. She just wants to be stable for a while with her stuff.
Of course.
When you found out that you were going to have sort of a reoccurring storyline this season, were you just so excited?
I was very excited. I originally auditioned for the pilot for Daphne's part.
Really?
And yes, and I was on a veil for a couple of weeks, and I found out I didn't get it. So I watched the pilot because I wanted to know who got my part. And I knew it was Daphne because she was very memorable. And I remember she had braids, and I know it was that girl with the braids on.
I know it was that girl with the braids.
But you guys are friends now.
Yes, we are. Yes, and they
That's
invited
so funny.
me back a whole year later. They invited me back. The producers remember me, and they brought me into audition.
Dang,
That's awesome.
jealous. That's good. Me too.
Yeah. I don't know if it's just.
That's just not my face.
She's really loud.
Wow, yeah, because Daphne said like they remembered her from the pilot. In the pilot, she was like prison girl number 3.
Yep.
And so they remembered her, they remembered you. Wow.
Seems like a good group of people in general then, like remembering everybody, writing parts for them.
Right.
Like what a family off screen and on. That's so awesome.
And how often does that happen? Like you hear, I've heard before, we're going to remember you and bring you back future projects, but how often does that happen?
Yeah.
And they did.
Oh,
A
man.
year later, and I wasn't expecting it at all. It just came out of nowhere.
Wow. So last time, sorry.
No,
please.
well, I just one more question for you, Miss. Can you tell us if Cierra is going to be back? Because they're picking up filming pretty soon.
I don't know.
Well, word on the street is now that Rosie is off The View to spend more time with her family, she'll be on the Fosters a little bit more in a recurring role, which means Girls United, which is where we left Cierra. Right?
I mean, they got a new home to fill up. Like, come on.
They've got beds. Empty
Yeah.
beds.
Seriously.
She's blushing on the couch right now. For all you listeners, she's giggling and blushing right now. So I'm excited to see Cierra in season 3.
Right? I'm excited. Well, that's part B of season 2.
Yeah, right. I get so confused because we take all these breaks and hiatuses and I'm like, I don't know what season.
I think this
Just
is
tune
2B
in.
right now.
I think this is 2B too.
Yes.
Oh, it is? Okay.
2B
Oh, yeah, season 3
or
starts in the
not
summer.
Oh, Jillian.
I know.
All right,
good.
speaking of 2B, is genre meant to be?
Yes.
They're just hot.
They
Yes.
are.
I can't get over it. They're like a real little relationship.
And Taylor even noticed.
Yeah, I knew. I called
Yeah.
that last episode. I was like, Taylor's gonna be
peeked it
be
out.
the friend that's gonna look out for Jude, because I do think that she genuinely likes him. But I think more or less this episode, I was shocked at how flirty and forward Connor was, and how he's sort of playing both sides of he's on both sides of the fence right now, and it sort of kills me because Jude came out and said to him last episode, you shouldn't lead people on.
I know.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, but you don't have my dad, so sorry about it.
It's just heartbreaking.
Yeah, and I think that was like a fantastic point too, because like the difference in parenting.
Yes.
Jude has, the Fosters and can explore what he wants, and Connor is like, I don't know what to do. It's like a
Yeah.
depression, right?
Okay, perfect.
Thank you so
Spot on. If they ever need to recast, they're calling you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And we all know they remember, so.
All right, great, thanks. Wow, I am really talented.
No, God, Jeff.
Okay, I was actually wondering the whole time, like, are they going to talk about, the big kiss that we freaked out about, but like to them? And what did Connor say tonight? Like, I want to hang out alone.
No, it was what would have happened. They wanted to do it again, so he
Yeah.
kind of tried to set it up for them to hang out.
But Connor was going for it with the other girl, Taylor's friend.
And did you hear what he said? He was all like smiley about it, saying, "Yeah, I mean, I just figured it was good because now he lets us be friends." So like Connor's stoked because he's like, "Yes, I can be gay right now because I am a little bit, and
So
my
was
dad's
that
not
the
gonna get mad because he sees me
purpose
with a
of the
girl.
alcohol for them
Yeah,
to
that's
be
why she
able
said
to
it.
be free.
That's why the girl said it, because she was trying to be nice. You know how like a lot of like gay boys, they always have that girlfriend first that
Yes.
knows, that friend. I have so many friends like that. I was that girl for someone also, and like it just cracked me up because she said, "Yeah, let's drink and we could all just make out."
Hint, hint.
Hint, hint, all of us make out.
Well, now she may be shot.
Oh no!
She may be shot.
God, we're
I'm,
bringing that
what
in
I'm
already?
saying it. I'm saying it. Sorry.
know.
Woo. We'll get back.
Could be multiple people.
What, the bullet rams between their mom?
Listen, while we're talking
I'm
about
just saying.
what dad runs downstairs with a gun but sees
Like-
4 short kids?
Well, he wasn't expecting to see.
Yeah, that's
anyone.
true. His daughter wasn't
daughter
supposed to be
was-
home.
right.
And you mentioned earlier, he was scared for his
Yeah, he
life,
was scared
probably.
for his
Okay,
Right.
but if he can see a body to shoot at, he can see how small it is.
Right?
Dark.
It's dark, and he just woke
Stop
up.
it.
And he just woke up.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure, this ain't Ferguson. Okay. Too soon. What? Roll tape. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, if you can see a dark body running away, you can see how short it is. These are small people.
That's true. I mean,
They're
but
14-year-old drunk girls.
They're
Well, we don't know if he could see into the kitchen from his
Don't
angle.
shoot if you
right?
can't
and
see.
if you're in light and that's dark, you can't see nothing.
He's
I don't
groggy.
know.
He just woke up.
He could have been drunk.
He
Tired.
may have
Should've
shot.
been hitting that jack before he went to bed.
Right.
So regardless of what went down, who do we think got shot if the bullet made contact with anyone?
Forgive me for saying this. I hope it's the curly-haired girl.
Yeah, me too.
Daria.
Daria.
Oh, you just
Daria.
take her off the picture, huh?
Yeah.
That would be one way to do it.
Now, I'm a little confused because we watched a preview. We didn't actually get to watch the preview on the television, but I pulled it up from the Facebook page. And Lena is talking to Jude in the hallway, and he talks about losing a friend.
Oh, my God.
So to me, that's either Connor or Taylor. Actually, it could be Daria too. It could be any 3 of
It
them.
could be anybody.
Or it couldn't be. It couldn't be a death. It could just be, losing
Somebody
contact with a
doing
friend
that,
or
right.
whatever.
Yeah.
I'm
And it could be like
Maybe,
the potential to lose a friend.
Yes.
I think it has to be Connor if someone did get shot.
No.
Because
No, oh my
Jude
God.
is sitting out in the hospital hallway alone.
No.
Had it been Taylor or Daria, I think he would have been sitting there with Connor.
No, he had to have a moment with a parent to
Yeah.
have like a conversation. There's no way they're gonna do that to Connor. That's
Okay,
too
wait.
much drama.
Wait.
Connor would be in trouble, so he wouldn't
Somebody
even be around.
just okay.
What?
John at John528 just tweeted me a photo, and it looks like it's Gavin who plays Connor
In a hospital gown?
in a hospital
Oh my
gown.
God, I hope
Stop
he
it.
didn't get shot. I'm so mad.
No.
Yeah, so he's definitely in a hospital gown.
Maybe
and,
he's like a nightie.
and John, you're so adorable. He put like an arrow to the hospital gown. I'm gonna retweet this right now. So any fans, if you want to see it,
God, Connor.
follow Jill.
But is he in a bed? Let me see this
No,
picture.
it's just
No,
standing up.
He's standing.
Okay, then he's okay. So maybe he's just in there for a checkup.
I don't know. He looks real happy
Maybe
in his
he got
hospital
hurt.
gown.
Maybe he slipped on the
Exactly.
Oh, right.
on the jack.
Also, it
On the
could-
jack and got some glass.
What if it went through one of the kids and then snapped the other one a little bit?
Okay, everyone.
Okay, I want to move on to other things. This is like a big episode, but it could have been like a small nick. And it could have been Lena speaking like hypothetically. Like, this could have been a lot worse in the future. Anyone else want to say anything before we move on?
This makes me really think that Connor got shot. And
That's
I don't know
so
why.
sad.
It's not. No way. No.
Well, we'll find out next week.
What if Connor...
Do you not know?
I don't. People think I know, but I don't. Because I'm not in that episode, so I know nothing.
Drives me crazy.
I was so mad that Michelle, we don't know. But yes, you do. You're lying to me right now.
All right, moving on.
Okay, sorry.
To Callie, an ongoing custody battle.
Yes.
Or as I like to call it, Callie's right to choose. Question mark? Yes. Question marks written out. Why are they giving in all this, like, responsibility, like, questioning to Callie? Like, this is so much on her shoulders already.
Right? It's so true. And they kept like asking her, well, do you think that's a good idea?
Yeah.
What if we do put Robert on the spot? I'm like, don't put her in that situation. Like,
Well,
they have her best interest, but I feel bad.
Leading the witness, how they talk about it on court shows.
Yeah.
Like I watch a lot of SVU. Steph and Lena, more so Steph than Lena, is leading Callie
Yes.
to try to, do the right thing and stay with the Foster family.
And I think it's very, like, much in character, but I just want to be like, girl, stop it.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. Trying to, like, protect your family, I guess.
They're being dramatic. And I keep saying that Steph and Callie are so much alike, so it's just, the two of them together is just not a good idea because they both get emotional and confused.
Yeah, it's true.
But then, like, what's going to happen when the decision is finally made? Like, what's going to be the new Callie drama? Like, okay, she's happy at the Fosters or at the Quinns.
Right.
What's it going to be?
Well,
And
she still has unresolved issues with Brandon.
I know.
Saw that.
Girl, you know we love some Brawley.
Right? And we saw that in the bathroom today.
Oh, and they just, I can't. I
It was
can't.
so good.
Yeah, those are some cute moments
They
with
were,
them.
yeah, because that was like a cute little relationship, the way that they went back and forth, and it was just comfortable. Like, even if I was Callie, I was like, oh, I like you, Brandon. And if I was Brandon, I'd be like, oh my God, I like you, Callie. You know, it was just
So
there. It was so cute.
Do you think that could have been planting the seeds in the audience's mind for Callie to choose Robert Quinn so that she could be with Brandon?
I mean,
Yes.
possibly, so she probably will end up staying with the Fosters, but
Wait.
I don't know, I just can't see.
No.
I want to hear from you. I know what
She's
listen,
trying to get everybody in trouble, though, when they come through here.
I know what I think, and I know what Steph thinks, and I know what Hannah thinks, and I know that Jeff is Team Bradley half the time. Are you a
such a weasel.
fan
You're so-
of Brandon and Callie together, or do you like them apart more?
Gosh,
Dun dun dun.
I like them together.
Duh.
Good choice.
Right
Good
answer.
I do.
Yeah.
Because
Thank
There.
goodness.
It's there.
But I don't want her to move in with the Quinn.
I do.
I do not either.
Well, they kept showing the picture of Robert and the girl, and yes, they were gazing seductively
She
in
was
these
cute.
in
I
these
have a
two
theory.
pictures,
The
mistress
but they
was
could have been anything.
Yeah.
What's your theory?
That's true.
I think that's actually Callie's birth mom. I think
No,
that
she's dead.
She's dead.
No, but I think that that's what they think. I think that
But
may be.
he has like gray hair like he has now.
But I didn't understand because under the picture, which they never explained, it said age 29, and there's no way Robert's 29. So I'm
He
like,
could be
maybe
dating
is
a
this a
girl.
picture from
That's his boob.
before?
That's, that's 29.
But sh-
It's
His
his
side
side
piece.
piece.
His side
Then
piece is
I
29.
feel like there's a reason. I don't feel like he's cheating. I feel like this woman is connected to Callie to some degree.
And yet, if it wasn't a nobody, then he wouldn't have gone through the blackmail. He would have laughed it off. But he gave Steph what she wanted.
Yeah, he sure did.
But that's still mistress worthy.
Yeah.
And what if her
we'll get a
mother's
full
not
story.
dead? I'm sorry,
Oh,
I have
that's
to get off
too
my leg. I'm
dramatic.
sitting.
Yeah. Oh, that happened.
If she's not
She
dead.
died in a car crash.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a car crash.
Yeah.
No, she can't come back.
She's not
No,
coming
she-
back.
But that may not have even been her mother. Like, you know what I mean? That may not have been. Stop. I'm confusing myself now.
You mean
This
like as
ain't
if Callie's mother
great.
gave Callie and Judah
Yes.
for adoption?
Adoption.
Yes.
Okay, this ain't X-Files. It's gonna be fine. No one's coming back to life.
Effing crazy.
But I feel like there's.
What if Anna's
I'm
the
just-
birth mother?
Oh my
Stop
God,
it.
Anna! It's Anna! It's
You're
Anna!
just making fun of me.
Okay. Okay. The biggest problem with Callie potentially becoming emancipated is that she then has the possibility to do anything.
Right.
She could go live with Wyatt. She could live on her own. She could like pack up her bags and go somewhere else, and it's perfectly
She
legal.
couldn't be like, Brandon's living with me.
That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking the whole time when Steph was pitching this idea to Lena. I'm like, girl,
You're
This
giving
will
her freedom to do
backfire.
whatever she wants.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then it made me so mad when she's like, you need to get a full-time job to prove this. She's in school. She's like trying to do extracurricular. She's in her photography. She works the social place to helping kids. Like she can't do a full-time job.
Yeah, stuff's taking it a little bit too far.
that's a
Because
lot.
I need Lena to
That's
step
heavy.
in.
Yeah.
It is
Shoulders,
heavy.
that's-
And then
Even-
she has to lie about it.
Right.
Yeah.
And then even for Callie, like, how is she not tired about I mean, I get that she doesn't want to live with. I just don't believe that she doesn't have some sort of connection towards Robert.
I agree.
She would have never called him her father that day if she didn't feel some type of way about him.
I agree.
There is
What do you
someone
got?
on your side. Yadrelli Martinez tweeted, I don't like how they're trying to make Robert seem like such a bad guy.
Me neither. I love me some Kurt Smith. Come on,
Also,
everybody.
I have a lot of people just going off about this Connor photo that I retweeted, and people are saying he's a huge part of season 3. This can't be happening. Somebody said that they think that Connor's dad pulled him from school, and that's why he's losing a friend, so he won't go to Anchor Beach anymore.
Oh, I like that idea.
And then the Foster's Fab 07 said, I'm pretty sure it's Taylor. It's the least obvious choice.
if, say, Taylor was shot, Connor's father could have been like furious and pulled him away.
If Taylor was shot, then that man lost a wife and a daughter.
Yeah.
Right?
That's awful.
Maybe he shot them both.
Oh, jeez.
I'm sorry.
There were just like really dark moments in this show today.
Taylor is my favorite. She's a comedic genius. My dad sleeps like he's dead. Where's your mom? She's dead.
She's actually dead. She was funny. She was funny even when she tried to kiss Connor. She's like, "No, you're good. Don't worry about it. I know you didn't want to kiss me. I was bored." I was just bored.
Jude, you mean?
Just testing it out.
What?
When
Jude, when she tried to kiss Jude, yeah.
Yeah.
She was just like, "It's good." She's like, "You have a crush on Connor," and then he was like, "What?" She's like, "Relax." Boom. Let's go drink. I got you. Don't worry. Oh my God. She was comedic relief.
Do y'all think that the blackmail that Steph is doing to Robert Quinn will come and like bite her in the
Of course
butt?
it
Yes.
was. Yes.
As like a police officer?
She is.
Yes.
I don't know. If she loses her job, that's a lot of kids to support.
Well, did she hire a private PI or did she use some of her like connects? Yeah, because then there's the difference. Because you have to remember everything you have to keep separate with the show. Like, yes, Lena is the vice president, but she's a mother first and foremost. And the same thing with Steph. She's a police officer, but she's also fighting for custody of this kid. So. Is that even allowed? Can you hire a PI and blackmail is not allowed. I get that. Blackmail is bad.
I think you can hire a PI.
You can. Or she could have staked him out himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, she could have done it herself.
I mean, she clearly has like the connections.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like another. I think it's a cool example of like how far a mother will go to protect her children.
Yeah.
How far anything and everything. Like that's what she's showing. I don't know. It makes me uncomfortable.
You know what makes me uncomfortable? Lou and Brandon's relationship.
Tell me about it, Jillian.
I feel like if Lou doesn't get her way, then it's the highway. Like, she walked out on Brandon when he was trying to tell her, like, I have this great opportunity and this is what I really want to do. And I'm sorry, but you should not be with somebody if they do not support you 100%. Your dreams are their dreams. When you're with the right person, that's what
Jillian.
it is.
Preach.
That's what it is.
High school, they don't know this.
No, but still in high school, like, you should at least be aware enough to realize that if you don't align in that way and your partner can't be supportive of you, you learn that. That's like,
but the power of the booty.
I felt a connection between those two.
Oh, you have not?
No.
They don't have any. That's
no,
what I'm saying. It's the power of the booty.
I will
It's
say,
giving it to him.
I see the connection when they are singing together, and when they're connecting musically, I do see it. But
that's a different
that's
connection.
it, yeah.
I love how this has pushed Jillian over the edge. She's like,
I love it.
no.
I know.
I'm just angry.
I mean, I've said like every week, so I'm not going to get into it, but I love that they balance each other out really well. I'm trying to get somebody on my team finally. Come on, Cherinda.
And also, and Brandon forever likes bad girls. I mean, can we not remember Talia, season 1?
Oh, yeah.
He's had a lot of girls.
Like,
Yeah,
he's been
yes.
through 3. I mean, listen, what is
I know.
Okay, I agree with everything you said about relationships. However, Lou and Brandon are 16, and Lou knows that if you are not with somebody, like in the same vicinity, like trying to do long distance, at that age, it does not work.
Yeah.
Right.
So she's probably just buttered about it, but still, she didn't say anything.
No.
Whatever. She can buy peace.
Exactly.
She's
Especially-
formulating her
Exclusive as she
feelings.
walks.
Especially when in other scenes we have, those cute bathroom scenes. And when you compare those, you're like, come on, obvious
I
choice
mean,
here.
they literally had such a good time in the bathroom that day.
What was up with the bathroom in the
joking.
whole episode?
That was my favorite. I wrote that. The bathroom
that,
scene was
yeah.
awesome
That
because
was really cute.
every time they show us the dynamic of the siblings, it's incredible to me.
Yes.
I
It
don't know
is.
why I love it so much. Even kicking Jude out was perfect because he's the youngest one. He's the baby. Like, get out of the bathroom, and she's like, it's after capacity. I love it.
I love the family dynamics. I love that, like, one-on-one, everyone has a relationship, but in the group, they, like, pick on each other and have a different relationship. Like, I think it's wonderful.
It
I
is.
love Kelly and Mariana's relationship.
Oh, yes.
They are so sweet together.
They
and
are.
that scene made me cry. Was it last week when she said, I'm just going to miss you?
Yeah, I know. Because Mariana, she's the one that's like the most sentimental and like they have to cater to her. But I
Yeah.
like that because you want to believe that they are a family, that they see each other. Because in the beginning, I was like, I want to see more tears. Like, I want to see like how it would be if they were really family. And so it was nice for Mariana to be genuinely hurt. Because she's
Yeah.
like, I thought you were my sister.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And
I
that progression
agree.
has been really, like,
wanna
amazingly
hug you right
subtle.
now.
The progression from, like, nice Mariana in the beginning to Callie and then being polite to, like, just sisters is, like, really just, like, quiet
So
and
true.
slow. And Yeah.
Especially with the leg thing. Oh my God, really? Like when she's like, I pulled a muscle and she knew she was lying.
Yeah, that
like,
was adorable.
That was so cute. And she was just looking out and she's like, what do you mean this one? When she's like, but don't you think like, it was just so funny. Such sister thing. And then like Callie being the big sis.
Yeah.
Like, I loved it.
It was cute to see Callie trying to pop it.
I know, that was so funny.
Kiara, they need another member of the dance team.
Hey,
Kiara would do it too. She would.
I know. That's so great.
What do y'all think about Emma joining the team?
Oh,
I dig it.
I loved
She was
it.
so fierce.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought she was like, let me put my hair down because I make it look that much better.
Honestly, I'm so happy to see her back. I think that she is just like a beam of positive energy, and I really do like her as a character because, you know, we sort of got to know her as this tough girl that sort of fell for Jesus, and then she disappeared after they ended sort of in flames. So I'm glad that she's back because I just like her. Like, I think she brings a lot, and I'm excited to see her relationship with Mariana build. I hope I hope that happens because then maybe it'll
Jesus.
create like an interesting dynamic with Jesus.
Oh, they're 100% gonna get back together.
Yeah.
Emma, and she looks like she
I
was so
don't know.
sexy while she was dancing. Jesus will see her dance, and he'll see her flip her hair and move her body like that. And he's gonna be like, "Damn, girl." So I ain't playing what I'm saying
So
here.
what about wrestling?
Yeah.
She's gonna leave wrestling?
Is she gonna leave wrestling?
No, I think she can do both.
She can do both, but how are you
hope
supposed
so.
to wrestle someone after you see him dance like that?
What?
I'm just saying.
Wouldn't it make you want to wrestle him after you see them dance like that? I'm just saying.
Yeah, but then what kind of wrestling are they gonna be doing? You know what I mean?
Weren't Emma and Mariana like semi-friends too through Jesus? Didn't they?
Yes.
Didn't they some like bonding moments?
The club that they were in, the coding club.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So they're both, you know, they had their nerdy bonding, and now they're
Exactly.
having their like sexy dance
Yeah,
bonding.
because they're
I
both
love
like
it.
very good students.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is so, how impressive was Mariana today? God, I love how the girl that she's becoming.
Agreed.
She's really becoming both
Let's talk about
Yeah.
Monty and Timothy and Mariana because the fans are like on me right now about not, how we haven't mentioned Monty yet.
Yeah, that's because
they like
Monty's
her
on
now.
What?
What? The fans?
I've never not liked her.
Don't tweet
I
me.
like Monty.
Don't tweet me.
Yeah.
Seriously, they're only
Although,
good
like,
things.
let's pat my back. Okay, I've called from day one. Monty likes girls.
Yes.
I do
And
too.
it's okay.
I'm just saying.
As long as you're not breaking up families.
Right? We don't like homewreckers, so fall back, Monty.
There were no pronouns in her discussion about her like pregnancy before.
What? What do you
Yeah,
know?
her previous relationship.
Lena's
think?
upset now with Steph. She found the pictures. She knows that Steph has been investigating Robert, so she's gonna start confiding probably
Yep.
in Monty and
Don't say these things.
And I already know that
Don't say these
Monty's gonna be the lesbian that
Yep.
always knew she was a lesbian also. Because Lena always has to feel that type of way that Steph was married before. You know?
Oh,
No, I know she's gonna start justifying it. And like Monty, I get that she's charming and she's educated, but
Why don't you like
stop.
her?
Because she's trying to get with my
she
girl.
is. She's being a little snake in the grass, like
She
legit.
is. She's being women. Okay, they're
Tell
artists
me.
when it comes to that kind of stuff. Like they're so good at just being a snake, you know?
Yeah.
Trying to make themselves look good.
Yeah.
Let me just
So,
drink my
you
wine
know how
all
to do that
cute.
very well.
Danielle, she is at Sight of the Sun, said that look that Monty had on her face when she hugged Lena seemed
She went like
really,
this.
I don't know, like she's into her.
She hugged
Yeah.
her and she was like, and I'm like, let go of her.
It's
She
all
like
right,
she made it
boo.
tighter.
Crying
She
on my-
said,
They have both
I'm
lost a
here for
child. They
you.
understand each other. It's like this mutual feeling.
Yes, and she's gonna
Seriously.
use that to connect.
exactly.
Although Steph had that great line, what'd she say? Oh, hearing about things at how you're thinking and feeling from someone else is what makes her mad. Not that she was like confiding in other people.
Right.
And it worried me watching Lena even react to her coming over to dinner and being like, oh, we shouldn't have invited her. Oh, gosh, no, I want to cook something. I don't want to bring this in. I'm like, Lena, why are you even acting like
Yeah, she
there's
felt
something to
uneasy.
cover
What
up?
was that about?
Oh, it made me
You know
mad.
what? Let's just throw it out there. Monty's sexy.
Yeah.
She is sexy.
Yeah.
But
But not as sexy as Steph.
yeah, but then it's like,
No.
what's
Hot.
getting, Steph is hot.
She's hot to me.
She is.
She is.
Yeah, I think
But
she's
it's
hot.
just something different. But I'm saying, but Lena's also the sentimental one, and I know that she's gonna start factoring all like the stupid shit.
But you know
Excuse me,
too,
forgive
like
me for my bad words.
how you have your work. Like sometimes I don't know. I don't like introducing my work friends to like, or I wouldn't hang out with my work friends outside of work. And I feel like that sort of might have been the situation with Lena slightly, just because it's kind of weird to invite your boss over for dinner, especially after all the stuff that they had recently gone through with the Timothy thing, and then sort of making up and weirdly confiding in each other. I don't know. Some people just like to keep their personal life separate from their work life.
It's a conflict of interest.
Feeling a little something.
I did too.
And yet she also knew all of her children
Yeah.
from like an authoritarian position.
It was uncomfortable.
Yeah. And then Mariana is running the show.
She is.
And she's brilliant about it. Take notes, everybody. I am. When she brought up Timothy,
She dropped it so quick. She did not stumble upon her words. She knew exactly what she wanted to say, and she had a good argument. I mean, there was no argument to be done because she's like, "Oh, what do you have to say about what I just said?" Because I'm a high school student and just spoke eloquently the way that I did.
Yeah, she's been so
because of
well
that teacher.
spoken. It's been I love
And when
it.
she broke it down, he doesn't only want us to think more, but he questions how. Like, she broke it down. Like, she would have gotten an A on that assignment if it was an assignment. Explain why you like Timothy. A+.
Yep.
yeah.
And he's back.
So happy he's back.
And I know that I never drew the connection to that, like, oh, Mariana is our daughter and amazing, and her sister would be also if we adopt.
I thought the
loved
same.
that.
I never thought
I'm
about
so
that.
happy you brought that up because I didn't think that either. And I liked when Lena said, she's like, why wouldn't she be just as wonderful as our beautiful Mariana? Like,
Yeah.
you know, of course.
So true.
Breaks my heart.
It does break my heart, too.
You know what, too, though? When she said, like, yes, we want to adopt your children to Anna
Right? Yeah.
when she said that we want to adopt her baby, we never got a reaction.
No.
Like a verbal confirmation of, like, yeah, take her.
Yeah.
Take her now.
That's true.
Steph is fully on board with it.
I'm confused because I also feel like Mike has some feelings towards it.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And I know that, like, the last time he said, like, I'll adopt Anna's baby, like, I thought it was a little bit out of desperation, and now that he's sort of healed his relationship with Brandon, maybe he's not feeling that way 100%, but I also think that he's feeling something because why would they cut to him like that?
Right.
Because, sorry.
Are you raising your
I
hand?
didn't
Miss
mean to
Giorgi,
turn
go
away.
ahead.
I didn't know you were finished. I apologize. Which is funny because I'm really good at interrupting. But I absolutely think that. Remember what I said that he wanted that second chance to raise someone like correctly in his life? I already know that he feels territorial about that baby and Anna because he's been there since she found out and while she was bettering herself. So he's thinking if they're gonna do it, why? You don't have room in that house. I'm just as close to the family. Anna's already here with me. We already know how to live with each other. Why wouldn't this be a better environment for this child? And now, and you know, so he's gonna be hurt because it's just. You know, it's kind of a lot. Like, they're doing, you know, I get that they're like this power couple and they're like, let's just take all these children, but at one point it's a little bit irresponsible.
Absolutely.
And Mike wants that chance again to get it right.
He
Yeah.
does.
I mean, who knows what's going to happen now with the end of the episode with all the Monty stuff. You know, obviously they're not on the same page anymore, and especially because Steph made that whole speech about being honest and open, and then in the end of the episode, you know, Lena finds the photos, and obviously
Steph was just lying a whole lot.
she was just feeding her lines. So I feel like it's just going to add another level to things, and maybe that decision that they told Anna wasn't what's ultimately going to happen.
And I wonder, though, if Steph is really on board with it.
I know,
No?
yeah.
I don't know.
What are y'all gut feelings? Do you think that they're going to adopt the baby? Cherinda, you start.
I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
You're conflicted because you want them to adopt Kiara. I think that's what's up. You're being selfish. You can hold. Time out. Steph?
I think Mike will get the baby.
Really?
Yeah.
I think
Because I think that Anna's
going
going to keep it. Yeah. Which Brandon shouldn't have said what he said to Mariana.
Oh my God,
so stupid.
Brandon.
That was so stupid.
Was he making the... I know, like, the letter had the grandparents' name on it, but was he, like, making up what he said about they're definitely not taking it?
That was from what Jesus said in the bathroom.
Yeah, I think he
Yeah.
was reaching a little bit.
It's just like the game of telephone. It's
Right.
like, with this show, obviously in life it gets out of hand, but with this show especially, you know, if you don't hear something from the source, it's always it's really stretched. So I do feel bad because now, you know, Mariana already has difficulty with relationships and she has attachment issues.
Yeah.
So now if she's going to try and attach herself onto these grandparents because she thinks that her plan is the best plan, you know, trying to like get the baby to stay with the grandparents, you know, Brandon puts that idea in her head. I just
And
don't
she
know
has
how.
follow through. She's gonna like make it happen.
Yeah.
I know she'll make it happen.
But
She's gonna go. She said, "Oh, it's not that far."
Yeah.
She might even go there.
She did. She was
The
there.
preview for
The
next
preview.
week has
Oh, yeah?
grandparents, and I think she was crying and said they don't want to see me.
Oh man.
How do you not see this like beautiful little like 15-year-old and say like no, thank you very much? You know.
I know.
But I feel like Brandon's intentions were good though. Like I think by
They
him
were-
to
Yeah.
yeah. Like I felt like if the situation was that they didn't want to keep the baby and he knew that for fact and this was his way of being like we're keeping it in the family for you,
Right.
then I do think it was the right thing to do. But since that's not the case, it's like
I messed it up.
yeah.
Too soon.
But real talk, like
Yeah.
there's no room in that house.
No.
Well, that's why I think Jesus is going to boarding school. Callie is TBD with Robert Quinn. Is someone else leaving? Is that it?
You're right. They're
I was
setting
gonna
it
have a
they're
third.
like
Should I
I'm
have a
hoping
third?
setting it
that
up
they
for him
don't
to stay.
adopt the baby.
You don't.
I don't want them to.
Yeah, I don't
want
either.
Callie to move in, and I want them to focus
On what they have.
on what they
Yeah,
have.
me too.
You know what though? Every season of a new season of a show starts with a new characters, a new energy, and they like need to like just like tweak it and like add people. And I think a baby is a really like logical way to like do that for this family. So I think it's gonna happen, honestly.
But I also like when Steph said, she was like, "Baby, we can't adopt a baby out of guilt." You know, because that guilt will eventually go away, and then you're stuck with a baby.
And yet off screen they continued that conversation and obviously decided it was best for them, at least now.
Right.
Yeah. Lots to
I wish I was
decide.
privy to that conversation. Like, what?
I know.
Because I just don't feel like Steph is truly on board with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they had a lot of like one-on-one conversations this episode, and I think their relationship's amazing and like really nuanced with the two of them. And I at one point called them like the lipstick lesbian and like the butcher one, and they like go in between those roles.
do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which I love about the show, and I think it's amazing that these were characters created by two guys in the beginning. You know, like Peter
right,
and Bradley. Obviously, there's female writers, as we know, but like this is pretty amazing.
Yeah, it
It's so
absolutely
good.
is.
You know what? And furthermore, I hope that, because since Lena pushed that marriage, she better not be the one to do something stupid with Monty.
God, I know it, dude.
And just throw away
concerns me so much.
that whole purpose of them being married and why it's important and why it's allowed and why it's just as equal.
It stresses me out.
I think at the heart of the show, it's like these two amazing women.
Absolutely.
And I don't think we're ever gonna. And maybe we'll see friction, but we're never gonna see them, like divorced and.
No, I know
gone.
that, but I'm just
Right.
saying, I hope that, because even in a marriage, when someone cheats, they always say, it doesn't matter, we're married, we have to work through it. A lot.
They always say that?
I feel like a lot of marriages do.
This isn't really. Yes, some
Yeah, or
like
maybe
emerge
movies.
stronger for it, and yet I think like 50% of couples now cheat their marriages, and about 50% now get divorced.
Right.
So that's like a pretty big correlation to me.
God,
Obviously,
I feel
not
like it's gone
everyone.
up even more than that, but that's.
I'm sure.
That was as of like last year.
Oh, really?
Via Dan Savage. But also like some like. Sorry, Dan Savage advocates for like a monogamous relationship,
Right.
And they could find that that's best for them, but it's probably not going that way.
I don't know who that is.
That's a tangent. I think we should go to some news and gossip.
Well, actually, two more things before
Let's
we go
not
there.
go to news and
I know,
gossip.
sorry. But I need to mention these last two things because everyone's like, you didn't talk about this. Callie freaked out when Mariana touched her hips. PTSD?
Yes.
I saw that
Yes.
too. It is. I know.
I think it's
Absolutely.
ongoing trauma.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel awful for her
Yes.
that she's not it breaks my heart.
Yeah.
I think it's nice that they're not spoon feeding this to us also. It was like
Yeah.
subtle
Absolutely.
again.
You know what sucks too? That might be part of the reason why she doesn't want to even go with Robert Quinn. She's just like has this issue with men, and that's why
Yeah.
like, Steph and Lena are so
Oh, yeah.
ideal for her.
That's a really great point.
Absolutely.
And number two, Jesus being so mean to Jude these past few episodes.
Right? I think it's because Jesus knows that Jude is
Different?
curious. Yes.
I think it's because he's the
agree.
a-hole to everybody, including Jude.
Yeah, he's kind of a jerk.
I mean,
know.
he's
He's-
technically
Go to boarding school, bae.
because technically
Bye.
he's the one that's going through puberty in the show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we follow ages correctly, yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, it could be that too.
Okay.
I think everyone can't be like happy and cheery all the time.
Maybe
They're
he's
like,
on
okay, Jesus.
steroids.
Seriously.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay,
But,
now I'm done.
Okay, one more thing though, because I'm not now. Regarding Callie and like her ongoing trauma, let's say, from like sexuality. Not like defining her sexuality, but just like being a sexual person. I think also it's very clear that she dresses too in like a very non-sexual manner.
Yes.
Especially compared to
With those button-up
Mariana.
shirts that she wears to the top,
Lots
she's
of
very
pants.
conservative.
Yeah. Which is very realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially at that
I guess
young
I never
age.
noticed that before.
I wrote it down and I circled
Kind
to
of
come
all
back
dark
to.
colors.
So I'm glad we
and,
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really showed when she was auditioning for the dance team, and she was like in jeans and seemed like closed up, and everybody else was like,
Well, maybe they're trying to tell us a story through her body language and her clothes this whole entire time. We just noticed.
I know,
She's
right?
uncomfortable doing that sexy stuff and trying to pop it.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable for
In
her.
which I really appreciate that the show carries on these storylines that obviously would have ongoing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What I don't know if does Mariana know that she was raped? Did they ever have that conversation?
I don't remember.
I don't remember
think she
either.
might have told Brandon.
Hey, Brandon
That's because
knows.
Brandon fought Liam once.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that love right there, Valley.
Brownie is strong.
Actually, I have a question for you. So now that we've discussed the episode
Yeah,
for the most
please.
part, so how did you feel about like being this like character, like me? Like, what did you do to kind of prep for it, or did you get to talk to anybody? Do you remember just from past experiences? Did you and Daphne get to talk?
I grew up in Compton,
Oh, word.
so I had some stuff to pull from.
Okay.
And talking with the producers, and they met with some girls who were in foster homes, and they told us their stories. And so I had that to draw from, my own experiences, because my childhood wasn't at all like Kiara's. I grew up in a single family home, just my mom, very strict upbringing, stable home. So I don't connect with her in that way, but I do connect because I didn't grow up with my dad.
Okay.
And I always wanted to know who he was, what he looked like, so I could connect to Kiara in that way. And I grew up with girls who lived around the corner who had older brothers who were in gangs,
Yep.
dealing drugs on the street. And you know, where I grew up, I didn't see a lot, and I didn't have that fear, and I didn't experience a lot, but I knew it was going on around me just from my friends, because I'm an only child. I grew up an only child. I have a brother and a sister, you know, my dad's kids, but I grew up an only child. So I just feel like I was sheltered
Okay.
from a lot, but I would hear stories from friends who had older brothers and sisters. And I remember when I was in high school, one of my friends was actually shot
Oh, wow.
in a drive-by shooting. She was sitting
Oh,
on the bench
oh, no.
waiting for the bus.
And just like, and that was it. Did she die?
Wrong place, wrong time. Yes, she did.
Oh, I'm
Oh
so
my
sorry.
I think
Gosh.
she was 15. We were 15.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Insane.
15. That's so sad.
Yep.
So that's probably crazy to kind of play that again then, huh?
Yeah.
And to just do that. I was just going to say, because I really did love the scene between you and James, and specifically, and I'm happy that you said it's because she was scared and she knew that James would be kind of nuts. Did you ever, did you ever have any girlfriends or know people like that, or guys who were too much like that?
Yeah, there was a street that I wasn't allowed to walk because there was a lot of gangsters, thug dudes on that corner. And I remember walking, my mom told me not to, but I wanted to get a honey bun, so I went to the store that was in that neighborhood. And I was about maybe 16 at the time. And I'm walking down the street, and they were saying really vulgar things to me. It didn't matter that I was just a teenager. They were really vulgar. And that scared me. And I said, okay, that's why my mom told me not to walk down the street. And I booked it home.
Dang.
I did.
That's so crazy.
We'll get you a honey bun.
We will. Oh, thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Should we move to some news and gossip?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool.
AfterBuzz TV News.
So, as a lot of the fans of The Fosters know, Bradley is producing Romeo and Juliet Love is a Battlefield in LA right now, starring Ashley Arigota.
Take a stab. We got it.
Yeah, we got it. Who will...
Be on the show next week.
Yeah, she will. And so we saw the show on Friday.
So amazing.
Yeah.
And we got to talk to Bradley and Ashley after the show, and Bradley and the writer's room and the other executive producers watch our after show, which is all sorts of trippy. I'm so excited. So, hi, guys.
Yeah, hey.
Nice to meet you this weekend, sir. But yeah, we had a great time, and really excited to talk to Ashley next week.
She was incredible.
Yeah.
Great voice.
Yeah.
Although I have to say, everybody that started singing, because there was lots of solos, I was like, oh my God, this is such a good voice. Like, there wasn't one
Yes.
person
It was
that I
awesome.
didn't think that
If
about.
you guys are in LA or around the LA area, it's at a place called the Rockwell, and
Rockwell
you can get
Table and
tickets
Stage.
online, and it's so worth it.
We're in LA.
It's
Los
in
Feliz.
Los Feliz.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like it's Romeo and Juliet set to the music of Pat Benatar, and like it's like not like a dinner theater, but there's like tables like that kind of setup. So the action exists like all around the space.
Oh,
It's
that's
very
so
cool.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah. And on
Yeah.
top of that, actually, Bradley has a new show that is going to be coming out in a few weeks called Tut, about King Tut, and it stars Avan Joja from another ABC Family show. I just forget the name of it right now.
I think Ben Kingsley.
Yeah, it's Ben
is
Kingsley
in it.
and Avan Joja. So he plays King Tut, the young one, Avan, and then Ben Kingsley is also in it. And I saw the teaser for it, and it looks insane. I'm so excited
I
for
so
them.
dig this.
I think it's on TNT, but don't quote me. But you can definitely search for the trailer online. So that's his next thing, sort of, and I'm really excited.
Bradley's so surprising. Like I love to know these producers and creators and showrunners kind of do all these other side things just
Right.
because you know it really is their passion. And
Absolutely.
So when you see their creativity, it's awesome.
And he
Especially
was a
something
pro-
that doesn't
yeah.
have to do with TV.
He was a producer
Yeah.
on Sideshow and Broadway last
great
year
show.
too.
So
Incredible.
incredible.
Taking over. All right, that was a lot of fun. Let's do some predictions. I know
Yeah,
we've
real
kind of
quick.
weaved it into what we've already been saying, but does anybody have anything big that they believe?
Do you
just
have
wanna
any
see next
predictions?
week.
I predict that Callie will move in with the Fosters. Like, she's gonna get adopted. She's gonna be there. That's gonna be her home.
That's good. Yeah.
That's it.
Okay,
Well-
it's a very uplifting one.
Someone just tweeted, which I guess I missed this when I watched the promo, at The Good Vibes. Hey, buddy. In the new Foster's promo, Callie says she doesn't think Jude and Connor should hang out. I think Connor's alive and well. So if that's the case, then maybe, Jude hasn't really told Callie what has been going on under the surface of things.
Yeah.
She has no idea.
So,
Well,
She's kinda
nobody
clueless.
does.
and you know how Callie loves to just make really brash calls. She just goes for it. So I am curious to see that, but mostly just like really excited to see what they're going to be doing for us gearing up to the finale.
Right, there's
which is in
2 more
weeks.
episodes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I think that Callie is going to, especially when Jude walks away, Callie sometimes she thinks she knows too much that she does not know about. And I'm excited for Jude to kind of, now that he's experiencing more, to be more outspoken and to be like, you need to stop. Like, you think you're taking care of me, and he said this before, but you don't even know what's going on. Like, you love me and everything, but you don't pay attention. You don't know what's going. You
Like
don't
when
even
they
know.
went camping.
Yeah.
She told them not to get in the lake.
Yeah.
He was like, well, I want to swim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And that was
Right.
like,
Down.
she comes in at the most random times to decide to be a big sister. So
Yeah.
it's like, stop now. Actually, be one, or just leave him alone, or talk to him or something, because she hasn't even had a conversation with him in so long.
Yeah, I think they may actually have that conversation.
Right,
If
that's
she's
it.
starting to make those bold statements about them spending time together, then I think he'll actually tell her maybe in the next episode.
Right?
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to. It seems like the baby situation will be closed or opened, like made a decision about before the finale. Just as going towards that path. And if they do adopt her, they need to start making preparations. So I'm excited for that to get wrapped up. And then I'm not excited because every season finale has like a giant cliffhanger,
then we have to
and
wait.
the Fosters does that so well. So
It's gonna be a connection to that woman with Callie. I swear it is.
Okay, Hannah.
Okay. All right, Cherinda, thank you so much for being here
Thank
again.
you.
Where can they find you on social media again?
Cherinda_K on Twitter, and also my Instagram, Cherinda_K.
Fantastic.
Beautiful.
Jillian?
Well, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Jillian Leff, on my Facebook, Jillian Leff Official. And that's it. Go
You can find me on Twitter at Stephanie Giorgi and on Instagram at SteffiG47.
And y'all can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at The Hotshot Dude.
And I tweet from Jeff Masters 1. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Goodbye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.